If I had to lose 10 pounds within the next 4 weeks, or my life depended on it, this is what I'd do. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe so I can continue providing you guys with great content. I'd like to break it down into 3 key components. Number 1 is diet. Number 2 is exercise. And number 3 is lifestyle. So let's get into the first component, and that is diet. The first change that I would make would be to go low carbs. This is because carbs hold a significant amount of water. Therefore, it's important to go as low carb as you physically can every day to be able to lose the maximum amount of weight over a 7-day and 30-day period. Change 2 would be to intermittent fast. Now, intermittent fasting allows you to lower your calorie intake significantly over a 24-hour period. For example, if a person is eating all their calories from 6 a.m. in the morning till 9 p.m. at night, that's a large window of eating. We know that a person may overeat because they've got more of a chance to eat more food over a longer period. This will build your appetite, but it will also put you into a deeper fat loss burning zone. Therefore, the body will start to rely on fat as its primary fuel source. Therefore, the longer you can wait, the better. So if you can push your breakfast to 12 o'clock and have a brunch, then that would be the best option.
Now, many people prefer to eat between noon and 8 p.m. since the fast is overnight and you can skip breakfast, but you can still eat a balanced lunch and dinner along with a few snacks throughout the day. But again, this is going to depend on your job and lifestyle.
Once you've broken your fast, you can then start eating your food, but you need to have an exit window. And that would be most likely about an hour and a half to 2 hours before you go to bed. So if you're going to bed at 10 o'clock, then you probably stop eating around 8 p.m. So they have an 8-hour window. Let's say you've broken your fast at 12. You have 2, maximum 3 meals at, let's say, 600 calories per meal. That's only 1,800 calories for the day. That will most likely put you into a large calorie deficit if you're a male. If you're a female, then your meals may be much smaller than that. Maybe like 350 to 400 calories. So maybe 12 to 1,300 calories per day consumed. Therefore, you'll most likely be in a large calorie deficit, which brings me on to my next step. And that is to set yourself a calorie deficit target. Now, most people would be in a 10 or 20% calorie deficit for about 20 weeks, so 4 months or longer, if they want to lose weight. But because we're trying to lose weight very quickly, as our life depends on it, we want to get ourselves into a much bigger calorie deficit. So first of all, start tracking your calories on MyFitnessPal. Download the app if you're not already. If you are, then great. If you do have some experience with calorie tracking, then even better. So just start tracking at least 30% calorie deficit. So for example, let's say your total body weight is 80 kg and you're fairly sedentary, but you train 3 times a week, then you may need to start off with about 2,200 calories maintenance. Then we're going to go into a deep calorie deficit, and that will probably be about 17 or 1800 calories consumed for the day, or thereabouts. So my advice is to aim for about those ballpark figures, 1800 calories for males and about 1300 calories, maybe 1200 calories for females. Just remember, this is not for a long period of time. It's only for a short period of time. You can always increase your calories later on once you've lost all your weight. So see it as a short-term change just to get the maximum amount of weight loss that you can physically get off you within the next 4 weeks. After that, like I said, you can increase your calories, you can eat a bit more, but for now, we're just looking to get yourself into a large calorie deficit. So we have fasting, we have a calorie deficit, and we also have low carb. Now, my advice is to ensure that you are eating enough protein and healthy fats, but just err on the side of caution with the amount of healthy fats that you're consuming, because fats do have quite a calorie dense nature. which is 9 calories per gram of fat, whereas carbs only has 4 calories per gram. However, the main difference is, like I said before, carbs do hold a lot of water weight. Okay. Also, carbs can spike your blood sugar, whereas fats doesn't spike your blood sugar. It gives you more of a stability of energy throughout the day, therefore allowing you to most likely stay within a calorie deficit if your fat intake is quite high throughout the day. Let's say you're eating 50% of your total daily intake from fat, which is where I'd recommend to set your macros, 40% from protein, and 10% only from carbs. In terms of the dietary side of things, that is it. Let's move on to the exercise. Now, if you're weight training already, then that's a great base to have. However, weight training, it doesn't necessarily help you burn the most amount of calories. However, what does, and that's cardio. So if you're minimally doing cardio, we want to increase that. So my advice would be to have at least 2 weight training sessions per week and 2 cardio sessions. This will give you a higher chance of burning off a significant amount of calories if you're doing more cardio. Now, you can also work in a step goal as well. I do 10k steps every day. I've got 2 kids, so then you're around after them anyway. But if you don't have children and you're more sedentary, then definitely set a step goal, because it will get you up and moving about throughout the day. Just give you more of a drive and purpose to get out and do your steps if you set a step goal. If you haven't set a step goal, then there's nothing going to be pushing you to get out of your seat and get out and go for a walk. So that would be my advice. Increase your cardio significantly in terms of the exercise part. And also with your weight training, just ensure you are doing compound training. In terms of the training split, you can incorporate more GBC, which is German body composition. I have used German body composition training with many of my cutting phases, and I see great results. Now, what are the main benefits of GBC? Well, we know the main benefit is the calorie output that you're physically burning off within a workout versus just doing single sets. Now, what do I mean by GBC? GBC is more paired exercises. So you wouldn't just go into the gym, pick a bench press and just do 3 sets and then move on to the next exercise. That's single set training. The amount of calories and energy you're going to be burning off is low, even though your goal in that particular workout may be to build muscle and get stronger. But remember, if your goal is to lose weight, then we want to try to maximize your training as much as we physically can. So just focusing on muscle building and strength training may hold you back in terms of losing a maximum amount of weight. So if that was your habit before, you hitting the gym, doing single set training, we want to try and incorporate now GBCs. We can also incorporate circuit-based training. I find this great for maximizing, number one, time, burning off calories, and just keeping my sessions a bit more engaged and enjoyable. So a circuit-based session, you can combine 10 exercises, move from one to the next. You're going to keep the weights on the lower side, so you're not lifting heavy weights. That's not the goal, but the main goal is to keep your heart rate up and burn a significant amount of calories, which you probably will do with a circuit-based session. So grab a mat, get a set of dumbbells or even body weight, and just go through a circuit-based session. Do that twice a week, and you'll burn off way more calories than you would have done if you were just going to go in the gym and just do a weight training session. Habits to really focus on over the next 4 weeks. The third change would be your lifestyle. So now when we drink, we generally want to eat more food. We've all been there, right? We're having a glass of wine and we want to have an extra portion of cheesecake, so it just goes hand in hand. Or if you're going out with your friends on a Friday night and they're inviting you for some food, it's so easy to just have a drink and then have another one. And before you know it, you're eating and drinking way more than you need. So my advice for the next 4 weeks, again, it's only short term, think short term, and that's to cut out your alcohol. Drinking and eating a meal at the same time, all the food that you consume is just going to get stored as excess, and the alcohol has to get burnt off. It can't physically get stored. So therefore, it means that the calorie intake that you're setting yourself for the day won't be able to be met because you're drinking. So low carb, low alcohol would be the best option here. You'll be thanking yourself later on There you have it. That concludes the final part of the episode. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I wish you all the best of luck within the next 4 weeks on your weight loss journey. Have a great day.